Welcome to the first episode of the Coffee Shop Project. For the next 4 months, my channel will be dedicated to exploring local coffee shops across 4 states, documenting the story and experience, and then sharing it here with you guys. We're kicking off the series in Chattanooga, Tennessee because I was born here, and I couldn't think of a better place to begin a new chapter of my life than the city where it began in the first place. The shops we're checking out today are Rembrandts, the Frothy Monkey, and Goodman's Coffee Roasters. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe down below and follow me on Instagram at lgrayson to follow along with my journey. And without further ado, let's go to our first shop, Rembrandts Coffeehouse. Welcome to Rembrandt. So this shop has actually been part of my family since before I was even born. When my parents were first married and moved here, my mom worked here and then she had me and quit. But I'm super excited to rediscover it because I haven't been here in like 10 years. Let's go. Oh, it's a lavender caramel macchiato. That's really good. Wow, so what you just saw at the end of the clips were my honest reaction to this drink. I'm gonna be real, I am not an iced coffee or sweet coffee in the morning person, but when I walked in and I asked the barista to recommend me a drink, they asked if I liked lavender and I couldn't say no because I've been loving the lavender trend this summer. It's so fun and floral and different from the standard syrups. The name of the drink the barista recommended was an iced lavender caramel macchiato. Usually the second syrup in a caramel macchiato is vanilla, but I really enjoyed this drink. So moving on, I wanted the standard for this series to be drip coffee, iced vanilla latte, and then the barista's recommendation. Unfortunately today, Rembrandts was out of vanilla, so I asked the barista to sub with whatever she thought was best, and they chose hazelnut. Now, I have never had hazelnut syrup, so this is gonna be my first time trying it. I really like that. You know, some people love mocha because it's super chocolatey. For me personally, it's a little bit too overpowering. I used to drink them every day in middle school and I kind of cringe at that now, but this is a nice lighter substitute. I could definitely see myself drinking it as like a second coffee. Our final drink of the morning is just Rembrandt's house roast. I saved it for last because it was really hot and I didn't want to burn my tongue. Let's give it a sip. As a novice coffee connoisseur, I would say that it's a medium-ish roast. As we go along with this series, I'm hoping that I'll learn to like recognize different flavors and roasting styles, but for now, solid black cup of coffee. Okay, so that was an amazing way to start Chattanooga's coffee tour, but we have 2 more shops to get to. Let's go. Welcome to the Frothy Monkey. I have been dying to come to this chain since my mom came back from a trip a couple of years ago, raving about it. Let's go inside. At the Frothy Monkey, the drink that my barista recommended me is the Golden Monkey. All of the stuff on their menu is like played off the word monkey or something to match with the brand. And it is a latte with coconut milk, 2 shots of espresso, and then turmeric powder, cinnamon powder, and honey. So it's like a fun mix of flavors. And I've never tried anything like this, so I am super excited. Before we give it a try, you have to like look at the foam. Like look how thick and creamy that looks. I like it. I thought it would have a little bit more of a kick to it. but I really like the aftertaste. It's like a little bit spicy, but a little bit sweet. Now we are on to our iced vanilla latte, which is my favorite drink to make and to have. So whenever I come to new coffee shops, it's usually the first thing that I try. And fun fact with Frothy Monkey, not only do they have their own roast, but they also make their own syrups, which you can buy if you come to their stores. And I ordered this with almond milk, so let's give it a drink. I really like that. Usually when I have an iced vanilla latte, they add so much syrup that you can't even taste the coffee, and it's just like a sugar rush. This definitely doesn't have that, but it's also there, so it's a good balance, and I really enjoyed it. Finally, we have their house roast, which they call the 12 South, because that is where they started in Nashville 10 years ago, and in a couple of weeks, we're actually going to be going to that location, so subscribe down below and stick around for that, and now let's give it a try. This is definitely more what I think when I think like I want a cup of black coffee. It's a little bit sweet, it's really smooth, and I'm gonna finish it up now and then move on to the next shop. Okay, we just finished up at the Frothy Monkey, and now it is time to head to our last shop of the day, Goodman's Coffeehouse. Let's go. B-roll from the first Goodman's coffee shop back in Warehouse Row, and actually while we were there, they told us that they had just opened a second location last Monday right next to their roastery, and since it was a little bit loud filming there, we decided to come over here and check it out. So while we were here also, we got one more drink. It is a nitro cold brew latte, and the barista making it for us was super cool and let us film it, so I'm gonna pop in that footage here. We're gonna give it a try. Wow, that is so creamy and airy. That is definitely my favorite drink that we've had today. If you ever come to Goodman's, definitely check that out. The second drinks that we're gonna look at are from the original Goodman's coffee. I've tried them both already. One is an iced lavender latte, one's an iced vanilla latte. Honestly, I didn't love them separately. If I were to come back, I'd get both syrups together and then turn it into a cold brew latte, because honestly, that's my new favorite thing ever. And for our final drink of the day, we are gonna try Goodman's Coffee Guatemala Roast. That is just a nice, smooth cup of black coffee. If you need something to wake you up in the morning, definitely recommend this. Well, that is the end of the first episode of the Coffee Shop Project. Now we're moving on to Nashville, Tennessee, so be sure to subscribe down below to see that. And also down below, I'm gonna be linking all of the websites for the shops that we visited today if you missed anything or wanna learn more about them. Finally, if you wanna see more content from this series, follow me on Instagram at @lgrayson so that you can see everything in between. And until then, I will see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye guys.